Simple question, simple answer. My name's TechWarsa, and today I'm going to show you where to find deathworms and a couple of techniques on how to kill them. In Ragnarok, you can find deathworms in two locations. In the desert in the southeast corner of the map, the Iceworm variants are in the frozen dungeon at 30.9 lat, 37.8 long, where I've marked on this map. In Scorched Earth, you can find deathworms anywhere in the dunes along the edge of the map, but my personal favorite spot is just northeast of the green pillar. I would recommend that you use a Thylacoleo to kill deathworms. They're fairly quick, they can traverse rough terrain with relative ease, they have a high health, and can dish out a lot of damage. A couple of alternatives that you could consider are direwolves, saber-tooths, daedons, or any creature that you feel comfortable with. Whatever you decide to use, make sure it has around 15 to 20,000 health and a high melee damage, especially if you're going to be hunting for several Deathworm Horns. Once you have your mount ready, head out to the appropriate location, either the desert on Ragnarok or the dunes of Scorched Earth. Find a hill or slope, toggle your orbital camera on, and sink it under the ground. You should be able to see the creature model of the Deathworm inverted under the ground. This corresponds to a rumbling sand pile on the surface. I have to note that this trick works as of me publishing this video, but may be subject to change in the future. Once you get close to the rumbling sand pile, the deathworm should pop out. All you need to do at this point is just hit it until it dies. There's also an alpha variant of the Deathworm. It is larger, it has more HP, its attacks hit harder, and it gives 20 Deathworm Horns on death. Iceworms, on the other hand, are a different beast completely. You cannot bring a mount to kill them. First off, you'll want to get the highest armor value equipment that you can find. I'd recommend flak armor with fur hands and boots to mitigate some of the cold. Also, keep a metal shield in your offhand slot. If you don't have access to flak armor yet, a full set of fur armor would work just fine. In terms of weapons, you'll want to bring the highest quality long neck rifle, shotgun, pump action shotgun, or assault rifle that you can find. The long neck rifle has a high damage per shot, but long reload time. Shotguns have a higher damage per shot, but have a low accuracy, especially with longer ranges. The assault rifle has a lower damage per shot, but has a quick fire and reload time. The Iceworm has 1,700 health, so keep this in mind when making your weapon decision. Personally, I would use a long neck rifle for this. The ammo is cheaper to maintain than the other options. The main drawback is a much slower time to kill, which opens up more opportunities for the Iceworm to strike. The creature I would recommend carrying is either a Dimorphodon or a Vulture. Both have a similar attack damage, health, and speed, and both can be carried on your shoulder. Get their health between 5 and 10,000 depending on how much it goes up per point, and pump the rest into damage. This tame's job is to be a distraction while dealing damage. Once you go into the frozen dungeon, you'll want to head into the opening you see to the left when you first enter the cave. This opening will come to a point where you'll need to lay prone and crawl through a tiny hole. You can't bring anything larger than a creature you can carry on your shoulder past this point. Once you enter this part of the dungeon, there will be an announcement on the screen telling you if the Iceworm Queen is available to attack. Don't be alarmed, the Iceworm Queen has her own room further in the cave, and you don't have to go that far. Locating iceworms is similar to finding regular deathworms. You can turn on your orbital camera and look under the ground for their creature model and head in that direction, or you can just walk through the tunnels and you'll eventually stumble on their rubble piles. Once you find one, throw your creature at the Iceworm, pull out your gun of choice and start firing. You'll need to watch for the Iceworm's tells and be ready to put away your gun to block with your shield. You'll alternate between firing your gun and blocking with the shield until the Iceworm is dead. That's all I've got for today. If you found this video helpful, make sure you like and share it. Your support really helps out the channel. Thank you so very much for watching, and have yourselves a very good day. Alternatively, if you're willing to use rockets, you could theoretically kill it in one shot.